One of the best things about leaving for your travels is that you have a great excuse to throw an awesome farewell party. And what would be a bigger reason to celebrate than flying out to Latin America with only a one-way ticket in your pocket? So I gathered all my closest friends, got enough booze to get the whole army drunk, and threw a massive party at my house. I didn't worry too much about the neighbors as I would be moving out in the next 2 weeks, and so we played the music till 5 in the morning. But as the days in Helsinki grew thinner, and my adventure was approaching, I started getting cold feet. After a lovely evening with my beloved friends, I realized that soon I would be leaving for God knows how many years, and amongst all on my own. I felt myself getting scared. I would be halfway around the world all by myself. How would I make it? Would I find some people to hang out with on my trip? What if I would not find any people to hang out with? Would I get really lonely? What if I would get really lonely on my trip? I started to think about the possible loneliness and the feeling of homesick that might lurk around the corner. Also, the fact that if I would get sick, I would be sick all by myself, halfway around the world, and that, if anything, is the worst feeling ever. Besides this, the fact that I only had a one-way ticket and no return in sight, and the thought of being gone for the next 1 to 5 years, was starting to weigh on me. In the midst of my hungover-infused panic, it however dawned on me that I'm focusing way too much on the what-ifs and the possible negative feelings. I realized that I should just take one day at a time and take it easy, letting everything come, if it might, if it was supposed to. I also figured that once I would get over with the hardest part, which was taking a leap into the unknown, aka leaving, I would probably not offer that much thought to the fear of being lonesome, as I would be awestruck by everything new and exotic that was yet to come. And it was not like this would be the first time traveling on my own. Although it wasn't the longest of my travels, I had spent a month interrailing in New York 5 years ago, and I had done just fine. Besides, wasn't one of the key reasons for this trip for me to learn how to be completely independent and self-reliant? To completely absorb in the feeling of being alone. To combat the crushing feeling of being alone, on your own, to step out of your comfort zone, to figure out what it was exactly about loneliness that felt so stifling. And finally, to learn how to embrace loneliness. The purpose of this adventure is not solely to learn how to surf, speak Spanish, and see the cultures of Latin America, but to come back as a stronger, more independent, better version of myself. When I do return, I want to come back knowing that I can stand on my own 2 feet, that I can get through anything, and most importantly, that I don't need a safety net because I am my own safety net. Also, if I really do get homesick and feel like hopping on the next flight home, like one dear person said to me once, no one's gonna judge you if you do end up coming home earlier than expected.